friends, it's Katie Steinberg here with you again, bringing you this week's message from Missing Piece, which was all about silence. So when we end today, I will not do announcements like I normally do at the end of a cast, but we'll just leave you in silence. And my hope and my prayer is that you find a little time for silence at the end of this also. Even if you're sitting at your desk somewhere or lying in bed or wherever you might be watching from, I hope that it encourages you just a few moments of quiet. But that's in a moment. For now, I want to let you know that coming up this Sunday is Sunday Soul Brunch at Ormond Brewing Company, and I hope that you'll get your tickets in advance to make sure that you get them. This year, we are partnering with Provision Packs this time, and they are requesting those single-serve microwave bowls, like maybe Chef Boyardee or the mac and cheese ones, but they're small and they're easy single-serve ones, non-perishable, to send home with kids that don't have enough to eat for the weekend. So we hope you'll come out and support that. It's this Sunday at Ormond Brewing Company at 10:30. And then next week, we will have our Christmas Eve service on Sunday at 4 p.m., again at Ormond Brewing Company. And we will not meet that morning at 10:30. We will only be meeting for our Christmas Eve service, which is a potluck and at the Brewing Company. And the kids do a ridiculous and beautiful representation of the Nativity. And we'll even have some Christmas karaoke with Destin Stock. So we hope you'll be a part of all of that. And without further ado, here is this week's message from Missing Piece. I hope it doesn't disappoint, but I have a confession. Today's sermon is for me. It's something I need to hear and need constant reminding of. But I'm going to share it with you today because my hunch is it's not me that's the only one who needs it. That's usually how this works. There's this story in the Old Testament. It's nestled in between a number of scary accounts of who people thought God was, but it gives this beautiful hint at who God might actually be. There's this man, Elijah, for those who may have heard of him, and he believes he is called by God to be a prophet. That meant he was divinely sure that it was his job to call out the corrupt political and religious sources of his time. Not a popular job because most of them ended up dead for their efforts. But nonetheless, Elijah couldn't deny his calling. So there's this time when this evil queen, if you will, Jezebel, is trying to kill Elijah because he's always telling her and the king how awful they are and how they're going to die and things like that. And he goes out on this mountain because he believes God tells him to, and he hides in this crevice. And some crazy, catastrophic, storm-like phenomenon happens. The ground is shaking, the wind is blowing, thundering, lightning, epic chaos. And when it stops, sheer silence. And this prophet guy, who must have had some major cojones to criticize fierce homicidal rulers to their face, this guy, he breaks down. He's totally overcome by the silence. And in it, he hears God. Hears in silence. It seems like an oxymoron, but that's how he recounts it. Hears in the silence. There's a lot to unpack there, but here's what I'll leave you with. It's not in the big, powerful, epic, and impressive. Not in all the to-dos, productivity, accomplishment. Not in all the going, pushing, limit reaching till we crash and burn. That is all just a siren song, so seductive, calling you toward the rocks and away from the calm, gentle rocking of the sea. The problem is the one is so affirmed. Be busy, be productive, be big and loud and successful, be a valuable member of society, as if our value is only a result of what we can produce. Well, hear this alternative message. You have value just as you are. You are a beloved child of the divine without doing or saying or producing anything. You are loved, period. Take that. I'm the first to be wary of people who put words in God's mouth. But here I go, from God's lips to your ears. I am proud of you. I love you no matter what. You are my beloved child in whom I am well pleased. So well pleased. And there's nothing you could ever do to make me love you any more or any less. Despite my deep skepticism and distrust of putting words in God's mouth, if this isn't God, if God isn't pure, unconditional love, then I don't believe in God. If this isn't the truth, the best that human language can articulate it, then call me an atheist. So I will scream from the mountaintops that you, and while it's the hardest for me to admit, even we are loved just as we are. No strings attached, no extra work or fixing or anything else required. You are loved. So here's an invitation. Not an expectation, just an invitation. And if it doesn't feel right to you, or it triggers something, or is too scary, you are completely welcome, and it's totally appropriate to daydream, or stare out the window, or shut off this cast. Whatever your trusted intuition tells you. But this is an invitation to silence. To as best as we can, as much as we are able and willing, to clear out all the go and do and listen to the vast silence. To create space in our busy minds for something else. You are welcomed and loved, no matter how much you give or do or participate or attend or not. If we can live out of that, then maybe we can hold on to joy and expel the myth of obligation. I hope that Missing Piece calls to you in this way and welcomes you in joy and not obligation, just because you are you, a beautiful child of God, created in God's image, and you are deeply loved. And I stake my faith and my life on that truth. You are loved just as you are. Now we'll walk into a time of silence together. We won't have a closing today. We'll just be in the silence together. When you are done, you are done. When it's over, it's over. May you feel surrounded in love in this silence and be overcome by a God of unconditional love who lives in the silent. From this point on, I invite you to make sure that your phone is off for a few minutes. You can close your eyes or leave them open, whatever feels right. And when the silence feels done to you, then it's done. Amen.